Hello, my name is Dave Orlandi. I am a consultant with Quest Software. In this short video, I review Spotlight's scheduling and alarm templates. One of the advantages of Spotlight is its template-based workflow for applying configuration changes. Templates make it easy to set up once and apply to multiple targets. Configuration preferences for both metric collection intervals and alarm threshold settings. First, let's look at collection intervals. A question that often comes to mind is, how often are Spotlight metrics collected? The answer is that these collection intervals vary metric by metric. There are default collection intervals, but they are fully customizable. To be clear, these are the metric collection settings when users are not engaging with the Spotlight client interface. When users are navigating the dashboards, refreshes of fetches for the data can be anywhere from 15 seconds to a minute depending, as well as on-demand refreshing and fetching. To view and optionally modify automated metric collections leveraging a template, select the Configure tab at the top. Notice that this changes the options across the top. From here, choose the Scheduling button. At the top, see that it says Factory Settings. This is the out-of-the-box template alphabetically listing the metrics Spotlight collects. The third column displays the interval. Understand that, by design, the Factory Settings template is read-only. To make changes, here is the workflow. Simply click the Save As Template button at the bottom and name your newly created user template. You can also choose to enter a description, then save. Now this template is one you can make changes to. Say, for example, you'd like the availability group states collected more often than every 5 minutes. Instead, you'd like it collected every 3 minutes. Double-click the metric, uncheck the factory settings, choose the interval link, and make your change. And finally choose OK. Now keep in mind that if you make several and/or drastic changes for collections to be more often, this could affect the overhead that Spotlight puts on your environment. The default collections strike a balance of providing the metrics in a timely manner without any appreciable overhead. The last step is to click the Apply Configuration To button and choose the connections or groups of connections to apply the template to. And choose Apply. Again, what was just reviewed was to view and change metric collection intervals via the scheduling option. Now, let's take a look at viewing and modifying alarm thresholds, also using a templated approach. Again, making sure you have the Configure tab selected, select the Alarms button. This alarms template allows users to view, modify, apply, and manage alarms with ease. Again, the template workflow provides the efficiency of applying changes to several targets at once. The workflow is the same as the collections template. Again, here's a factory settings template. The advantage here is that this offers out-of-the-box thresholds already applied, so that you don't have a lot of front-end work setting it all up. What's more is that these are set to Microsoft guidance and SQL Server best practices. That said, most everyone wants the option of making changes from these default settings, maybe disable some alarms, or change threshold values to be more or less aggressive. To make changes, just like the collections template, you choose Save As, provide a name, an optional description, and select the Save Template from the dropdown. You'll see that the alarms are listed in alphabetical order, and the type column shows the connection type the alarm is for. So for example, let's say we want to modify the days since last full backup alarm. Double-click on it, uncheck the factory settings option. It would be here if you wanted to disable the alarm altogether, or then make your changes below. You can either modify the threshold value by placing your cursor where the colors meet and click and drag, like so, or you can enter the value directly in the dialog below. So maybe you don't need to be alerted after 3 days in this case, maybe 10 days is sufficient. Note, some alarms, like this one, also offer an exclusion list as well. In this case, perhaps there's a database you don't care when it was last backed up, so you need not be alerted on it. Add that database to this list. When you're done making your changes to various alarm settings, choose OK. The last step, just like the other template, is to select the Apply Configuration To button to apply the template with its updates to one or more instances or groups of connections. Leverage the ease and efficiency of Spotlight templates as a part of a seamless workflow.